4 Dragon's Tongue, 2 Suffering Succotash, and 3 Cherokee Trail. It's the 17th. It's quite warm outside, but I just came out to check on something for somebody, and I just thought I'd show you this symbiotic, I think that's the word, relationship between peonies and ants. They are on, whoops, focus, focus, focus. They're on all the bulb heads, the flower heads, I should say. They do this every year. They don't do any damage to it, and I think they actually help in the opening of the buds. Very pretty, but yeah, they should be flowering in no time. Apparently it's date night, and she's not having any of it. He didn't buy her dinner. On a happy note, my new peony has flowered. Excellent. And last year's peonies are almost flowering, so that's good. But yeah, that's a lovely peony. Oh my, I'm glad I bought you. Ooh, pretty. I know some people think of it as sacrilege when you say, I can't stand the smell of tomato leaves. But these ones have got a distinctive smell that says summer. So I've watered them, and they're in the greenhouse, and they've got spiders on them, and they've got some funky, stressful leaf curl thing going. But they're growing. Like, maybe it's just the way the leaves are on these ones. These are patio style. I've got the name somewhere. Tomatoes. But yeah, there's a lot that says summer, and one of those things is the smell of tomatoes. Excellent. Anyway, I'm out watering in the cool of the night. So yeah, have a great day. Bye. Little head bobbing as it chews on the wood to get stuff for its nest. Crazy. At least they're rather passive. Pretty. Those remind me of elves' hats and dragons. There's the elf's hat. And there's the dragon. Beautiful. These are all also come back every year. I have pink ones, yellow ones, and these red ones. Okay, it is the 19th, I think. 19th, I think. Potatoes are doing really good. This one I just put in here, so we're staging them, staggering. These ones are looking really good. I just gave them the water. I had to go over Tony O'Neill's video that he sent out about growing potatoes in pots. And I'm just watering everything. And the best sweet pea I've got in the whole yard is that one growing there and behind the fence on its own. Excellent. Just watering, but I'm watering in stages also as the shadows come around, because that sun's going behind the big trees back there. What else did I do today? I put out a bunch of beans, and then I pray. I will have to water them as I go around, and I'll show you on the other side. But my apple tree that's hiding over here in the shade has already got aphids on it, so I don't flippin' know. It's got no blossom, so I won't get a single apple this year. So let's go around here. And we've just been washing, so lots of stuff to wash. I'm watering my sister-in-law's stuff because she's not back from her holiday yet. Self-seeded sunflowers are growing better than the ones I have. I swear to God, I'm just going to let everything self-seed next year and just see what comes up. I'm sick of trying to grow things that do better if I don't grow anything. I showed you my peony, did I? I'm not sure, but that's my new peony. My other peonies are coming out. My Aquilegia, I love these things. They look like dragon's heads. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And up, 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 way up. And I'll call Rusty. We have pea flowers. I gotta tie these up a bit more. Peonies haven't come out yet. Liatris is starting to grow. One of the only things I know the name of is a Liatris. More lilies. I've potted on some spinach because I harvested all the pak choi that was bolting. Put Mel's tree spinach in here and gave it a good water. And yes, I know it'll spread like crazy in there, and I'm not worried about it. Put some sweet peas back there. potted up some squash. Oh, I'm in the sprinkler system. Beans in this bed are doing really good. They're bush beans. And that's about it. Put a couple of cucumbers out. Cucumbers are absolutely a joke. But that's about it. I'm not doing a lot today because it's just too bloody hot. Oh, there's a lovely mare's tail making its way through everything, so I'll have to go and grab him. Anyway, have a good day. Bye. Happy weekend. Okay, so we have one pretty large allium. See, there's my hand, large allium. And then one teeny tiny allium. I was doing some research, as one does, on daffodils and tulips and alliums, bulbs that you leave in the ground. And apparently it says that they do wear out eventually, so as they split and divide and make more, they will eventually stop producing as big a bulb, so the flowers will still produce, but they'll be smaller. So that's something to keep in mind. Don't panic, they're not dead, they're just doing what they normally do. They have a lifespan. Bone dry. These are what I'm talking about. These are my marigolds. These are the ones that I just chucked in the ground, or the ones over there were self-seeded from last year, and they're doing 10 times better than the ones I've sowed or babied. Anyway, one of them is being eaten by something, and my beans got some funky, I don't know what it is, so they might just need a bit of water, so I'll water them again. It's bone dry. It's May the 20th, and it's 22 degrees at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's cooling down a little bit. Whew. I don't know if you can see if it'll focus through the net. Doing a cello? No. Anyway, my carrots have got little heads on them, so that's good. And these carrots over here are starting to grow. I bashed my finger yesterday. Lettuce all needs picking. Mizuna's bolting, but that's okay. We'll still eat it with the flowers on. And the kale's doing really good. Thank you, Nick the gardener. And Meadow, it's producing quite well, and I'm happy with that. It's hot, so I'm gonna go in the house. I just came out to throw some, all along this whole wall here, I've put purple pole beans, purple queen pole beans. I've got lots of bush beans, and I've got some other beans I've got to put over there on that trellis. And I got to do something with that cilantro. It's like 3 feet tall. I mean, it's pretty, but I don't use it. So maybe I'll just leave it and see what the flowers do. It self-seeds like crazy, though. That's the problem. Anyway, I don't use it for cooking like you're supposed to. I bought another peony to match that one. So I've got 2 peonies I might put in this bed here, and then I'll split them next year. It's the same as this one. This is supposed to, I don't know if it's going to, but this is supposed to have a big fluffy white head on it. I'll put a picture of what it looks like at the garden center, but that's not what it looks like on the picture they show you of what it's supposed to look like. Other than that, everything's doing quite well. These peonies still haven't quite burst open yet, but if you'll notice, there's tons of bud heads on them, and I have to tie my peas up a little bit more because they've gone rampant. Anyway, have a great day. Bye. And I'm just gonna direct sow some Cosmo Sweet Kisses. It says it's 3 to 4 feet tall, which I wasn't paying attention to, as one does not. One looks at the pictures, but I'll put them at the back of the fence, so they should be okay. And I'm just going to direct sow them. And these are, you call them Acrolesias, we call them Columbine. They are a mixed variety, and it says giant hybrids, and they are 2 feet tall. So I'm going to direct seed these as well. Mine over here are coming up already, and I've got purple ones at the house. So yeah, those are going to get done directly today, but I'll do them later tonight because it's too hot to put anything directly in the ground right now. And a quick update on the squashes. They're doing great. I've put flowers in here for pollinators. And apparently we've got ants. Oh, sorry, I squished them. Sorry, death on camera. They're doing really good now that they're in pots in the ground. Well, in the ground as in pots. Stop saying Allison, for crying out loud. That is the golden nugget, which is, I think, the small round ones. And those are butterbush. That's a winter one. It's like a butternut squash, only really small. Those are gold rush, which is the golden zucchinis. This is partial eclipse, which is a yellow and green zucchini. And these are my yellow patty pans. And this is a Romanesco zucchini. So I grew zucchinis in huge pots last year and they were fine. So I'm doing it again. Unless I get a squash bed next year, I don't have the room for so many squashes. Good afternoon. It is October. It's October. Oh my God, where did the summer go? It's May 21st. And I'm just out doing a bit of watering because they promised us rain and then it never came. So you just got to keep watering just in case, right? Always water just in case, because unless you actually see it raining, you cannot believe it's going to rain. So, anyway, everything's looking good. It just needs water, obviously. Ooh, that's a windy one. Peas are flowering nicely. The beans are all coming up great. Something has gotten to my, I don't know if it's scalding or looks like some sort of minor. I tell you, I'm so pissed off this year. I apologize. I'm being rather a negative Nelly this week, aren't I? What with the watering system and everything else. But I mean, my entire beet system is full of them. And I don't know if it's a minor or if they've been burnt by the sun or what. Loads of my strawberries, like look, even my beans are doing it. Loads of my strawberries are dying. They have some sort of grub in the soil. So I'm going to have to pull most of those out. I tell you, it's just been one devastating grub bug crap thing. Trying to eat everything or kill everything this year. I just don't know what to do anymore. Anyway, stop being such a negative Nelly, Allison. La 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 la. Nothing else to report, really. I'm just watering. So I might post a little tiny video because there's really not much else for me to show you until something else changes. There's no point in my posting, but look at my lovely cottonwood. It's everywhere. Cottonwood, 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 cotton. It's some days when you're out here, it's like it's snowing. Some of the sweet peas have got flowers on them, finally. Thank God. I didn't think I was ever going to get a sweet pea this year. Marigolds. I mean, look at that. Look at those. They're absurd. I don't know if it's this compost, because some of them look like they're burning in the compost. I don't know if it's the compost or what it is. These are the self-seeded ones, and they're doing fantastic. So I don't know why I bother gardening. I may as well just let everything self-seed and see how the world goes. Anyway, that's the whining again. La la la. Cosmos are finally coming up. I didn't think I was ever going to get any cosmos this year. They're self-seeded. Like I said, I think we'll just let the world self-seed itself, because there's no point in my fighting the inevitable. Beans are okay. Some of them are coming up. Some of them look like they're getting eaten by slugs. Garlic's got to come out soon because it's taken over the whole pathway. Other than that, not really much going on. I'm praying for rain. Isn't that ridiculous? Praying for rain. Because we've not had any for weeks. Anyway. Have a fantastic day, everybody. I got to harvest some kale. Spring onions and carrots are doing fine. Let's see how my slug buckets are doing. Not really anything in there. So obviously we don't have a lot of slugs. We've got some because something's eating my marigolds. See that? Marigold devastation. And marigold devastation. And, oh, whatever. Oh, Lord. And I put the beans in. I told you that the other day, didn't I? Yep, nothing's come up yet. Sweet, no, not sweet. Sugar snap peas are finally getting flowers on them. They need water as well. Everything's desperate for water. Anyway, got to water. Okay, bye. Hi. It is 6 o'clock at night. It's nice and cool. It's overcast. I've come out to check on my beans, and you can see something is eating my beans, and it's not me and Gerald. So I thought I'd come out and use my plant plug, make a hole in the ground, put in a jar, and steal one of Gerald's beers and try and open it with one hand. Oh, there we go. So we'll steal Gerald's beer. It's the pale ale. He don't care. And I buy it all anyway. Keep him in beer. Somebody's got to keep him happy with beer. So there's the beer. I'll put a cover over top of it, like those ones, so that it doesn't get full of water if it does miraculously rain. But I was just out here getting a little, like we do, depressed over everything wanting to eat my stuff. It's squirrels and mice and slugs and snails, and now I've got the beet miner, whatever the hell is eating my beet leaves. Not that I eat the beet leaves, as long as the beets are okay. And then I was looking at my strawberry plants up on the patio, which we had absolutely no issues with last year, and this year they are full of grubs that are eating the leaves. So all of them are dying because they've got no roots. I mean, not leaves, they're eating the roots. So now they're all dying off. So now I've got to put some sort of grub killer down to, it's like, oh, I tell you. So yeah, good, bad, ugly, funny, happy, sad. It's all gardening, but it is a bit depressing. Honest to God, it is. I don't know. Some days I wonder what the hell I'm even bothering for. I may as well go to the grocery store and spend $50 on groceries. But we persevere. We endeavor to try and do this every year. And yeah, I'll stop whining. I'm sorry. It's been a bit of a whiny week. It's just one of those weeks, right, where sometimes it just gets on, it grates on your nerves. You can only do so much. But I'm trying to be positive. Honest to God, it's not all bad stuff. Gardening can have its ups and downs, so stay with it. Keep at it. There are the pros and the cons. Here's a pro. See, beautiful flowers. We harvested lots of spinach and salad and kale. That's a pro. Got carrots coming. I'm going to have a bumper crop of blueberries. So it's not all bad. You just have to stay on top of everything that wants to eat it besides you. Anyway, have a great day. I'll cheer up next video. I promise, maybe, sort of, kind of. Haha. Good morning. It's May 22nd and it's 13 degrees and I'm out slug hunting because it's wet. We got rain last night. It's stopped now, but it's overcast and we might get more, which is fine. But I came out to show you again. No whining today. Everything's happy, happy. We're happy, happy. Whether we are or not, we're happy, happy. I've got some little tiny weeds to pull out, but I'm pulling all of these golden beets out. I've got more, so I'll sow them again. But they're full of some sort of beet leaf miner. I looked it up and it's very hard to get rid of. So I don't want it traveling to my other plants. My beans got some funky ripple thing going on it. So I don't know what that is. So we're just going to pull those leaves off. But yeah, I'm pulling them all out and I'm going to put them in a plastic bag and leaving them out in the sun to kill whatever's in the leaves, hopefully. And we'll go from there. I don't know what else to do, but it is what it is. It's gardening. Okay, so it might not look the prettiest. It looks pretty crappy from here, but it doesn't look too bad on camera. So that's the bean bed. I've got some more beans to put in here still. I've tied up more of the peas because they're getting lots of pea flowers on them. Up high, none down low yet, so I don't know. These are looking beautiful, aren't they? Beautiful, aren't they? Something was eating my liatris and it had some funky, weird, white, I don't know, stuff on it. So I just chopped the heads off. I'm all about not having anything spread anymore. I've cleaned up most of this bed because it's got beans all along the back. And if they don't keep it clean, it gets all of this mossy stuff on it. It's very damp back here. Another one of those what was I thinking moments. As I said before, this brassica cage should definitely have been in that far corner there, so it was out of the way of everything else and could get proper flow back in the yard. But to move this cage would be a huge endeavor, so right now I'm just not even thinking about that. Put some straw here and back there where the beans are. Apparently it helps with the slugs. I don't know if it does, but what have I got to lose? They're already here. Cleaned up this bed a bit. So this is mainly flowers. Threw some Cosmo and Cosmo and columbine seeds back there. Sweet peas are thinking that they're coming up, so hopefully soon. It's very cool today. It's either too cold or too hot. Savoy cabbages are looking fabulous. Brussels sprouts are doing fine. They're very spindly. It's probably because they're not getting a lot of light in here. I don't know. Radishes have gone to bolt, but the carrots are doing fine. Kale's doing absolutely fantastic. I swear to God, next year all I'm growing is kaleette and freaking kale and spinach. It's all I'm ever going to grow again. I'm tired of all this other stuff. It's depressing some days, isn't it? Onions and the sprouts are doing fine. That kale's gone to seed, so we'll harvest what we can off it and eat that. The Mizuna's going to flower, so we'll eat some of that in a salad. Yeah, I got to pull them radishes out. It was just too hot for them there. And that was another one of those what was I thinking moments. I put it in the sunniest spot in Nebraska gauge. Hello. So I might have to move that next year, but that's emptying those buckets right out. Take them right out and put them in this corner instead. What else? Yeah, it's all about change, isn't it? And I've got some funky, where is it? Some funky mushroom thing growing in there. So we're just going to pull him out. We don't need any spores in here that we don't already have in here. And it looks like, might be a bit wet in here for the carrots. Isn't that stupid? Carrots that don't like wet. Okay then. Anyway, they're growing. The onions aren't liking it. It's too wet. And the radishes, we have some radishes, so we're going to pick them. Picking radish on camera, people. Isn't that exciting? These are seed tapes, of course, but like I said, I won't put them in this section again because it was too hot and too dry. So I watered them, and then I watered them too much, and then they bolted, and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I'll try posting soon. My internet's been absolute crap lately, so I'm not sure what's going on with it. So, yeah, a couple of radishes. Nothing huge, but it'll make a salad. Have a great day. Bye.